Hi guys, just a moment. Hello. Sorry for the little delay on the stream. I will still check that everything is going fine. If you're already on the lines, go ahead and say hello in the chat. And yeah, let's see what we have here. Yeah, we are going to try out the Webflow app gen, and this will be like from the point of view of a non-developer. I'm kind of deep in the Webflow stuff, but I cannot say that I'm a full-blown developer. So you will see me ramble and try a bunch of stuff. I will in a sec show you some other resources if you are already on another level or in deep, how should I say, deeper into the vibe coding stuff or good old coding, and you should definitely check out those. Okay, I can see that streams are going fine and we should start. So I'm gonna start by checking out some new template because the AppGen works well if you already have some sort of site that is related to your app that you are trying to generate. And by the way, if AppGen is totally new to you and you are not familiar with it, it basically is a wipe coding tool within Webflow, which gives you the possibilities or the powers of, well, wipe coding, building like more complex apps. You will see in a second. There's some sort of, these are all free templates. I'm just trying to find one good template. Let's see. How about that one? Clean renewable energy. Yeah. Excuse me. This looks great. Okay, use for free. Let's create a site. Janne's app gen test. No folder. And while it's doing that, a couple of folks who have been trying out these things are Julian from MemberStack, sorry. He has a bunch of videos about wipe coding, but also the AppGen thing. I just like watched this video, or at least half of it. And if you are deeper into the subject, you should check those out. And obviously, Command plus AI, Samuel and Cabarza. This is actually on my watch later list because I kind of feel like I'm a noob and I'd like to get the vibe going thing going just for myself at this point. Maybe for the clients at some point. Yeah, this Command plus AI has been growing quite steadily, so it's cool to see them doing stuff. And Samuel obviously was on the pod at some point. We talked about, well, actually AppGen and all the other stuff too. Okay, we have this page right here, the clonable, and I'm gonna do some, what are these, CMS items. Let's see what we have. So the AppGen works quite well with the components and the CMS, and I want to try that out. So the idea is that we should generate some sort of app that uses CMS items. So here we have like services, wind power, EV charging. We could do the classic calculator thing. Yeah, that would be actually quite good. Do we have much of the things? Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of prepping here. I'm gonna do a numbers field. Here we go. Multiplier for the calculator. Save collection. I'm just gonna put in some stuff here, like multipliers, like some number that we can use. The pricing calculator. This will be a bit funky, bit weird example. Okay, we have those. Then I will do location. Location, the name is just fine, and I'm going to do another multiplier here. Like the service has a multiplier and the location has a multiplier. Well, maybe like not multiplier or something like that has to be summed. That has to be added to the thing. Travel cost. Help text. No, I do not need a help text. I'm gonna generate cities from Central Europe. Let's generate. So this is not AppGen. We will get to that point. Some nice cities right here. They are all beautiful. Publish. I'm gonna actually publish this. Do the staging. Sip my coffee. And let's see if I have a header and footer. What else do I have? Banner, FAQ, footer, yeah. Header. Okay, cool. So let's jump to the AppGen. This is in beta, but I've seen people do quite cool stuff with it. And yeah, you can do multiple apps. So let's say if we would do like different kinds of calculators or directories or whatever, we could do that. So I'm gonna click that. It checks the locations and services and collections. Not collections. I wanna components. I wanna use header and footer and build a, what is it? Pricing calculator for services. Factor in the multipliers and travel costs. The base price should be 1,000. Is that cheap? I don't know. I haven't bought any consultation about this stuff. And let's say euros. Use the site header and footer. Should we add something? As a checkbox field. So many typos. Luckily, the LLMs understand what I'm meaning. I believe we're gonna just click generate. This might take a while. So hang in tight and let's have a sip of coffee. Okay, here we go. This is the basic dashboard view. And to my knowledge, this uses like TypeScript, React, and Tailwind. I basically know none of those. And I can just prompt things, but obviously if you know those, it will help you and you can like edit the code in itself. We're gonna see what we find, but my understanding of the thing that is being generated right here is not that deep, so bear with me. But this is the reason I kind of want to learn these things, that I could like do the heavy lifting with the AI and then edit the site, just like we usually do with something like JavaScript, like simple scripts with some sort of variables. It's still running. This uses Astro. I believe that's some sort of framework. Components calculator. Yeah, it imports the whole page. Can I already see that? Okay, here we go. So this is again Navigator, but here we have folders and actual code files. So TSX, I believe that's TypeScript X something. It's still running, it's saving. Yeah, I'm gonna see all things. I need to fix the TypeScript errors by properly typing the API responses. Okay. So here's the calculator page. I believe these are like, are they React component, maybe? Components. Those are like class names from, what is it, type, not type. Tailwind, yeah, Tailwind. Preview. Yeah, this is not yet ready. Check. Let me create quick readme section to document how the calculator works. Cool. So there's all sorts of files down here. There's readme. Okay, something is happening. I tried this once before, like yesterday or the day before that, and the preview worked quite slowly. There's a UI. I believe these are smaller components. Let's just deploy. Build, build, build. What is happening? So there's CSS. This is like locked, so I cannot edit this. But it should use like the same styles that I have in the normal project. Then there's this. Okay, deployed successfully. Can I just... It's still loading, okay. There's styles. Are there like... Here we go, here are some styles. Okay, this I could edit. Okay, could you give me some sort of page to open up? There's some settings right here. Okay, there's the URL or the path. Here we go, okay. Okay, damn. We have the navigation, we have the footer, and we have the energy consultation pricing calculator. Beautiful name, beautiful name. Okay, this is not like too stylistic, but we have the wind power with multiplier 1, EV charging with multiplier 2. Yeah, it builds or gathers the price right there on the last line. I'm not sure about this first line, the base price. And I can like check multiple of these times 3. Yeah, this is actually working. That's the exciting part. But obviously this is a bit weird example. Let's see location, Budapest. Yeah, it like does the function, the totally overly complex function correctly. Okay, let's start editing this. I want to find the preview there. Where's the actual... Is this components? I believe it should be here. The server terminal deployments, I believe. Those who are familiar with terminal can do all sorts of things with that. There's actually on the assistant, there's the function, so that's cool. But I do not see the preview. Am I in the wrong place? I could try to calculator page. Calculator is there. Opening a new tab. Is this the same URL that I opened? No, that's totally different. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just me or what's the issue here with the preview. To my knowledge, this is like there would be the header, pricing calculator, that would be the component. Yeah, that should like build the page. But yeah, nothing is shown. Okay, let's try to do editing. What was I talking about? We should do something like, yeah, don't show the base price, show just the final total price. What else should we fix? I wonder if we have the texts in the components. So, for example, this additional services, that is not, that could be like the actual service. Not. Okay, let's try that. And at the same time, let's see if we can find badge button calendar. Do we need a calendar? I'm not sure why there is a calendar. Carousel charts? Or are these like the template stuff? I didn't ask them to add all of these things. Okay, deploy. Do I have to deploy again? Code header, footer, yes. Could I just ask, what are all the components in UI folder? Okay, it's deployed while it loads the answer. Let's see. The base price is still there. So I believe it did nothing. The function still works. Chat CN. Okay, so I believe that is some sort of component library, maybe. For design system. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, there's some familiar names. Beautiful design, accessible components. Yeah, okay, that's cool. I remember Julian. Either way, he mentioned Chat ZN and he was excited about that. So that's probably a good thing. But yeah, what about our thing? Okay, it just needed to load it again. So now we deleted the whole thing. I mean the base price. We have it down there. Well, total price without anything. I would like there to be some sort of question marks or something like that. So the person should like click something before the price would be. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll start messing with the CSS. Start with the first service checked. And if nothing is checked, show at the price. Hopefully it will understand my not so native English. Yes, yes. If you are watching, go ahead and send a message to the chat. That always warms my heart. So that should be ready. Deploy. And this is deploying to Webflow Cloud, as they say right here. And I believe it has its own like pricing, but there's something like some amount of bandwidth or whatever it is included in the basic site plans. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I want to see what are the logs. Okay, so yeah, it opens it right here. Okay. Ton of logs. I'm wondering, am I using the deployment like wrongly? Is it like a publish button? Maybe. Hopefully. Orbix Studio has done the what is it, template that I'm using. Okay, it should be deployed. Let's see. It loads. Yeah, it's already checked. And there's the question marks. Okay. Let's do a little CSS thing. So I'd like the border radiuses to be smaller. So let's see if we can find that. styles, global styles. Is there a search function? So there's Tailwind. Okay, I do not know Tailwind, but I believe it's a CSS framework. Sidebar, chart border. So there's variables for those. Do we have the variables somewhere here? Border dark. Radius, okay. App size is radius. Yes, there's a variable for that, but where do I find the place to edit that? Do these have like, no, those are just txt files. Site components built in. Okay, those are like the components that are in the Webflow project. Those are locked, so I cannot like edit those. I'd like to. That's the thing I like to do. JSX, TS. Okay, so there's some other files too. Pages, location, services. Okay, it gets those. Base URLs, layouts. That's the Astro thing. Not a clue what that does. If I jump into the design and try to check the variables from here, I believe I do not have them here because they are like TypeScript, not TypeScript, Tailwind things. So maybe I should just ask the AI. Of course, I could just write a line of CSS, but I do not know what are the classes for those, and then I would be messing with the Tailwind, I believe. Make them. Let's see what it does. So it updates the file that I was looking for. Okay. Yeah, the change applied globally to all components using the design system radius tokens. Cool. I would like to see the preview, but why isn't it here? No version. Yeah, this is a bit nerdy stuff, but this still gets me like excited because obviously the vibe coding stuff gives every one of us like the tools to build something a bit more technical, a bit more complex. And every time I get a new idea for, let's say, an app or something smaller, I start wondering if I could wipe code it. But obviously, there will be like security things and all sorts of things that need to be considered. So I haven't started a real wipe coding project, but it gets closer. And there are obviously some other tools than this AppGen. I'm of course checking this out because this is a tool that Webflow has provided us. There are like, well, replets, cursor. I believe it's more like a code editor, but you can hook it up with all sorts of LLMs. So you can build cool stuff, and I believe quite a few people are using that. Let's see. They are a bit smaller. The radiuses, yeah. Is there a card? Yeah, here's a card element. Text card flex call gap. There's a border. So all of these are like classes. No, I did not want to edit that. I just want to find radius. I wonder if the AI assistant could help me. If I want to manually edit the this, where should I do it? If there's a proper developer watching this, they are shouting, "Idiot! Why are you not? Why don't you know where it is?" You should edit the radius variable. Yes. This should be an open and close thing. Okay, line 50 something. 53 there. No, that is not. Yeah, it's second radius. Okay, if I just overwrite this, would it be like, would it do the thing? Probably. Where are these coming from? Is it like loading them from external source? Is that how the tailwind works? Let's make something big. Jumped. There it is. 4. that. What do we have here? Ask only. What is this? Style sheet. Okay, so there's some sort of style sheet right here. I'd like to check it out, please. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. Hard to read. But I guess those could come from there. Where was I? Let's see. Still deploying. Let's check this one again. Let's see what it loads. All sorts of things. Yeah, I'm just messing around. Let's close that and see. Yeah, well, it worked. It definitely worked. Actually, I could obviously ask, where are all the variables coming from? This is probably the best use of AI when you just ask your stupid questions. Well, not in a way stupid. Obviously, there is no such things, but the simple questions that you might not want to ask your senior colleague or anyone more experienced. So let's say come from multiple sources. So the generated Webflow CSS. Okay, cool. Your custom overrides. Yeah, the tailored CSS theme. Okay. The Webflow design shift. Okay, generated. Yes. Global CSS. Your overrides tailwind theme. Okay. So the global CSS should be the one that is edited. Here is the theme inline. And there's, I believe, some dark variations of variables. Here's the root. That's the one that I just edited. With the base values, yeah. but I do not have the base values of these in the normal design project. These might be there actually. Overrides. Okay, what are these? Cool. Yeah, the preview is still not working. Okay, I'm in the CSS. That should not work. Components. These do not work. But that may be a me issue. Yeah, you should definitely check this out and play around with it yourself. Cool stuff. Yeah, if there's someone or anyone watching, hit a question in the chat if you have any. I believe I will check the actual project, what is it, template, and wonder if there is anything else that we should check out. Yeah, back in the day, the templates were, the naming scheme for the template was like, I'm not sure what it was called, but like capital letters with spaces. So that was a bit weird, but now I see that quite a few templates use like the dashes. So that's good. I wonder would they accept a proper framework. But actually there is the Webflow framework. What was it called? Yeah. Simple Googling will not find that. Yeah, this is probably not the one. I believe seeing some sort of developer article about it. Was it FlowKit? Yeah. Oh, I believe it's in beta. Modular CSS framework designed to power visually consistent, flexible. Well, yeah. Especially those generated with AI. So we might end up using the FlowKit. Do we have a clonable? Class types? Sizes, yeah, are they still like... Is that like the name of the class? Hopefully not. Structure and layout. Okay, those should probably be the names of the classes. And where's the main? What? I'm not sure what this is. People are just not like talking about this thing, so... Oh, there's version 2, obviously. Okay. navigation page tag. Somewhat similar logo than maybe some other. Yeah. They are doing the same thing, but yeah. Yeah, this is more clear. But there was also some sort of news headline that Webflow is using Tailwind. Again, I'm not sure like what. I'm not sure like how to use Tailwind, but there was something along the lines that Webflow themselves use it, but these are just like the made in Webflow stuff. Okay, I believe I will end the stream here. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you are watching like afterwards. And yeah, also leave some ideas for the upcoming streams. I want to do more of the streams. I want to get better. These are obviously quite, how should I say, maybe boring things that I have done this far. So hopefully in the future there will be something more entertaining or interesting. But yeah, it's cool to like document what one is doing. So that's why I'm here. Yeah, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.